Chapter 10: Simple Machines. Learning Objectives. By the end of this chapter, you will be able to identify and classify common simple machines such as lever, inclined plane, screw, wedge, wheel, and axle, and pulley. Explain the basic functions of each type of simple machine in terms of how they make work easier and understand, and follow safety guidelines when working with or around simple machines to prevent accidents or injuries. Simple machines. Long ago, when someone needed to move something heavy, they invented a simple machine. Simple machines are basic tools that help us do work faster and better. They were some of the first tools ever made, and we still use them today in many ways. There are 6 types of simple machines. Lever, a long stick or bar that helps lift or move things when you push down on one end. Inclined plane, a slanted surface that makes it easier to move objects up or down. Screw, a twisty object that holds things together or lifts them up. Wedge, a sharp tool that splits or separates things when pushed into them. Wheel and axle, a circular object, wheel that turns on a rod axle to help move things easily. Pulley, a wheel with a rope or chain that lifts objects by pulling down on one side. Each simple machine has its own job to help us do different kinds of work more easily. Lever. A lever is a simple machine that helps us lift or move things easily. There are 3 types of levers based on where the load L, effort E, and fulcrum F are positioned. First class of lever. In this lever, the load L and the effort E are on opposite sides of the fulcrum F. Examples: seesaw, a pair of scissors, common balance, fork, and hand pump. Second class of lever. Here the fulcrum F is at one end and the effort E is on the other side while the load L is in between. Examples: nutcracker, bottle opener, door hinges, and wheelbarrow. Third class of lever. In this lever, the effort E is in between the fulcrum F and the load L. Examples: forceps, fishing rod, ice tongs, broom with a long handle. Levers make it easier to lift heavy objects because they help us apply force in a way that multiplies our strength. Inclined plane. An inclined plane is a simple machine that helps us move heavy objects with less effort. It is like a sloping surface that makes it easier to lift things. Description: an inclined plane is like a ramp or a slope. It's a flat surface that is tilted at an angle. You can find inclined planes in ramps, slides at parks, stairs at home, and even the sloping roads in hilly areas. How it works. When we use an inclined plane, we can push or pull a heavy object up the slope with less force than lifting it straight up. It helps us move things higher or lower without lifting them directly. Examples: ramp. A ramp allows wheelchairs to move up to buildings. Slide. You slide down a slide in the park. Stairs. Stairs help us go up and down in houses and buildings. Inclined planes are all around us and make it easier to move heavy objects from one place to another. Screw. A carpenter uses screws and ordinary nails. Driving a screw into a block of wood with a screwdriver is much easier than hammering in an ordinary nail. A screw is a simple machine that helps us do work easily. For example, a jack screw can be used to lift a car. Wedge. A wedge is a simple machine that helps us cut or split objects with less effort. It looks like a triangle with two sloping sides. Description: a wedge has two inclined surfaces, sloping sides that meet at a sharp edge. Carpenters and woodcutters use wedges to split blocks of wood by striking them with a hammer. How it works: when a wedge is pushed or hammered into an object, it applies pressure and splits the object apart. It works like many small inclined planes packed together. Examples: axe. An axe has a wedge-shaped blade that cuts wood when swung. Knife. A knife has a sharp edge that cuts through food. Chisel. A chisel has a wedge-shaped blade for carving wood or stone. Wedges help us cut and split things easily. They use the principle of inclined planes to reduce the force needed to cut through materials. Wheel and axle. The wheel and axle is a simple machine that helps us move heavy objects and make work easier. Description: the wheel and axle consist of a wheel attached to a rod called the axle. The axle is a rod made of iron or wood that goes through the center of the wheel. How it works: when you turn the wheel, the axle also turns. This allows you to move heavy things with less effort. For example, in some villages, a wheel and axle is used to draw water from wells. Turning the wheel lifts the bucket of water up from the well. Examples: electric fan. The blades of a fan are attached to an axle. When the motor turns the axle, the blades spin and create air. Bicycle. The wheels of a bicycle have axles. When you pedal, you turn the axle, which turns the wheels and makes the bicycle move. Revolving door. The revolving door has a central axle that allows it to spin around when pushed. The wheel and axle is a simple machine that helps us move things more easily by turning the axle, which in turn moves the. Chapter 4. Wild animals give us learning objectives. Children should be able to identify and name various animals that provide us with goods, services, or companionship, such as pets, working animals, and other useful things. They should learn about the different ways in which animals contribute to the human society, including providing food, clothing, transportation, companionship, protection, and assistance in various tasks. We tame useful animals such as buffaloes, hens, ducks, goats, and sheep. We keep them at farms. They are farm animals. We also keep some animals such as dogs and cats as our companions in our homes. They are pet animals. Pet and farm animals are called domestic animals. They help us in many ways. They serve us for food, clothing, medicines, and many other things. Group and share. Some common pet animals are dogs, cats, rabbits, tortoises, ducks, hamsters, fish, birds, guinea pigs, etc. Some common farm animals are goats, sheep, horses, cows, buffaloes, pigs, hens, donkeys, ducks, camels, yaks, llamas, turkeys, rabbits, etc. Food from animals: milk. Cows, buffaloes, and goats give us milk. Drinking milk is good for health. We make many things with milk such as curd, butter, cheese, paneer, ice cream, etc. These things are called milk products or dairy products. Eggs. Hens, ducks, turkeys, and veggies give us eggs. Many people eat eggs as a breakfast food. Eggs provide a valuable source of protein. Its yellow part, yolk, is a source of vitamin D. Meat. Some people eat the flesh meat of some animals, such as goats, hens, and fish. Honey. Honey is a sweet, viscous food substance produced by bees. Bees produce honey from the sugary secretion nectar of plants. Honey is also used in medicines. Group and share. Meat is a protein food. It is eaten after cooking. Goat and lamb's meat is called red meat. Chicken meat is called white meat. Clothings from animals. Wool. Wool is a natural animal fiber. We get wool from domestic sheep and some kinds of goats. Wool is used to make woolen clothing like sweaters, shawls, gloves, caps, scarves, socks, and blankets. Silk. Silk is a natural animal fiber. It is the strongest natural fiber. We get silk from silkworms. Silk is used to make silk clothes like saris, shirts, scarves, ties, etc. Silk clothes are fine and soft. Leather. The skin of some dead animals like camels, buffaloes, crocodiles, and snakes is used for making many articles. Leather is used for making footwear, jackets, belts, wallets, bags, purses, gloves, furniture, etc. Group and share. A leather jacket is good for all occasions, water resistant, and protects us from injury. Animals for work and transport. Many animals were used as mode of transport from olden days till date. Animals that carry load are called pack animals. Pack animals include oxen, donkeys, horses, mules, yaks, reindeer, elephants, and llamas. Some animals pull our cart. Some help us to travel from place to place. Other things from animals. Wax. We get wax from beehives. Wax is used to make candles, crayons, wax polishes for furniture, cosmetics, etc. Feathers. Feathers come from birds. They are used in pillows, hats, and other decorations. Feathers are also used in making medicines. Gobar gas. Gobar gas. Biogas is a clean, unpolluted, and cheap source of energy fuel in villages. Gobar gas is a gaseous fuel made mostly from cow dung. Gobar gas is a renewable as well as a clean fuel. Lac insects. Lac insects give us a substance called lac-egg, which is used in making various articles. Group and share. Purified lac is widely used in preparing varnishes, paints, printing inks, polish for furniture, metal, and boots, in making gramophone records, and in the leather industry. Working dogs. Dogs guard our houses. They help police and military as part of their operations. They support sick and injured people. Working dogs assist persons with disabilities. Earthworms. Earthworms are called farmers' friends. They make the soil loose and airy. They also make the soil fertile. Animals for sports. There are some events that include animals in a variety of sports. Horse racing, camel racing, bullock cart race. Wrap up. Animals give us food, milk, milk products, eggs, meat, honey, clothing, wool, fur, silk, leather, pack animals, oxen, donkeys, horses, mules, yaks, elephants. Other things. Wax, feathers, gobar gas, lac-egg. Other use. Working dog, earthworms. In sports.